Good day, everyone, and welcome to the segment on the bench. Today I'm going to bring you one of my old steelhead patterns and fly that I developed for pink salmon, actually, originally, and it went working very well for steelhead, other salmon in various sizes. You can also fish this for cutthroats in streams. If you're having a tough day, this fly will really work for you. If you're tying it maybe in size 8s or 10s, they seem to like that. Go over the materials we need to tie the fly. To start, I'm going to be using some good hooks here for steelhead. I'm going to be using one of my favorites, a Gamakatsu T10s. This size 4, the 6X heavy. Nice strong hook. We'll be using some 6/0 black thread. Also some single strand hot pink floss. We use some uni French small oval for the rib and reinforcement. The over body, I'm going to be using some Mylar. This is just some saltwater strips here, some heavier, little wider strips. There's some saddle hackle here for the hackle, and some hot pink bucktail. I used to use polar bear a lot. If you can get it, that works even better. And the throat, we'll just use some guinea fowl, natural guinea fowl for that. And wrap one of these little gals up. Get our thread started on here. A bit of a thread base always on our shanks. Keep everything in place. Just right ahead of the point there will be where this tail should be tied in. I'll come in here with my pink bucktail. A clip of that off here. Sometimes I take a little more than I need. Make sure you get the underfur out. Just a little bit of stack a little nicer. And we'll get that little short tail tied in. And I come in behind it, and that'll tie it right in on top. Nice and secure. Take that little loop around the back there, always helps. Then I'll bring in my oval. Push that on the side, put it in my keeper. Then I'll bring in the Mylar. And we'll just run this butts all the way up the front, kind of leaves the body a lot more level. No lumps in your body. I'll just a couple half inches here, cut that thread off for a minute. And I'll bring in my hot pink underbody of the floss. You can use 3 or 4 strand floss, whatever you have. I just want to go to the rear. Cover that. Make sure we get that thread covered. There we go. Run it tight, turns all the way forward. You got the Mylar coming just ahead of it anyway, so there's a little imperfection underneath there. You'll cover that up in a minute. I like to tie fishing flies. I kind of tie them in a hurry. If I was hanging it on the wall, which I don't tie classics or display flies, a little bit, but I wouldn't brag about what I do there. Okay, now we're going to wrap our Mylar body over that, and that really gives it a super nice effect in the water. I use this quite often in different flies. The Mylar over top of my body color. A great effect in the water. There we go. Now I've just selected one of my white saddles, and I like kind of a nice taper to it. I'm going to come right behind the eye on that. With my rotary vise, I can reverse it. I'm going to wrap it back this way, some nice wide turns. You can go smaller hackle if you like. This looks nice. I'll bring my oval over top, grab the hackle, Try not to pinch too much of it down if you can. Come through that body hackle. Looks good. Tie off the oval. And this will just, I just saw that off with one side of my scissors. There we go. Now we'll do our wing and some more of that hot pink. If you got anything, these real long ones, I pull them out. They're going to be a little difficult to stack. Say the polar bear wing is really nice. A lot of you can't get it. It's hard to get. Polar bear and seal fur just have a translucency that you can't duplicate with synthetics. There, we take that out to about the end of the tail. Okay, looks good. Now I'll bring in a little guinea hackle to the throat. Get a good pinch off the side here. Our tip should be fairly even. Just tidy them up. And I'll get them on the bottom. Oh, you're supposed to mess up the odd little time, especially when the camera's rolling, so I was doing a retake. We just break your thread, you just jump in and keep on going. There we go. You can bring it around the sides of a little bit if you feel it. Dress your fly up and makes it look a little neater. Go for it. Some good turns on that. Get that bucktail down good. Throat. It's looking pretty good. You turn it up. I can see in the bottom I missed just a little bit of thread right there. I'll tie that, finish that off. There, and then we'll just bring in some Solar Res bone dry, is what I like to finish my flies off with. With a nice shiny head, makes it very nice and durable. It's nice and thin. If you want to get it a little in that in the bucktail, that's good. That'll run right in there. We hit that with a lamp. That'll be nice and secure. So there it is. It's a great little pattern. Mostly for steelhead salmon's what it originated for. Pink salmon's what it, when I was cutting my teeth out there in the west coast, that's caught a lot of pink salmon with it. It was really good. And found that the steelhead like to eat it. Other salmon do as well as cutthroats on rivers and streams. So we're on the beach. Don't forget to give it a good try there if that's where you fish. So we'd like to thank you again for catching us on Sport Fishing on the Fly. We'll catch you again real soon.